WordPress Settings for Writers Part 1. Left at their defaults, WordPress settings may give you extra workload, unpleasant surprises, or give access to hackers. In this lesson, we will start to go through the settings needed to configure a secure, low-maintenance author website. WordPress works best when configured from the ground up for a specific purpose. The purpose of this author website is to build mailing lists and promote books. These settings reflect that. We'll start with General Settings. This is where we configure the identity of the website as seen by the rest of the world. From Admin Dashboard, go to Settings, then General. The first setting you will see is Site Title. The site title is displayed in the title bar of a web browser and in the header of most themes. Site title can be anything you'd like to describe your site, but I recommend making it your author name. I'll leave site title as Dirk Volcano. The site tagline is a short description or catchy phrase to describe what your site is about. Some themes will display the tagline in the header or in the sidebar. The tagline may also appear in search engine results pages. I'll add the tagline. Everything you need to know about the site icon is in the description. The site icon or favicon is what you see in browser tabs and bookmark bars. It should be square and at least 512 pixels by 512 pixels. A quick note about images. The single biggest cause of slow loading websites is big images. I recommend optimizing your images using your preferred image optimization method before uploading to your website. I'll upload a simple square image I created earlier in Canva and optimized with Scoosh.app. Your WordPress address is where your WordPress files and folders are stored, including your admin pages, media files, plugins, themes, and more. Your site address, the URL, is the public-facing part of your website. If you've installed your WordPress site using your registered domain name, your web host will have taken care of this for you. We do need to talk about SSL certificates. SSL, Secure Sockets Layer, is the technology behind establishing an encrypted connection between your website and a visitor's web browser. This connection between the two makes sure that all the data passed between them remains private. You'll know if your site has been installed with an SSL certificate by checking the URL in your browser. The address for a website secured with SSL starts with HTTPS. When I click on the icon to view site information, it tells me the connection is secure. It is vital to have a working SSL certificate for your site. Otherwise, web browsers will stop the visitor with a warning the site is not secure and ask the user if they are sure they want to proceed. Not having a working SSL certificate will kill your web traffic. You can get a free Let's Encrypt SSL certificate from most good web hosts. Some web hosts will push you to buy a commercial SSL certificate, but you don't need one. The free SSL certificate from Let's Encrypt is all you need. If you're not sure if you have an active SSL certificate from your web host, contact their support team. After you've made sure you have an active SSL certificate, come back to the WordPress and site address fields. I'm going to update both these addresses to the secure HTTPS version that will check all traffic against the valid SSL certificate. Next, I'm going to save changes. Because we've set the addresses to the HTTPS version, the site has logged us out and wants us to log back in again. Once I'm logged back in, it's back to the general settings and the administration email address. The administration email address is usually the address you use to set up the WordPress install. This is where your WordPress install will send admin messages and notifications. I strongly recommend making this an email address you access regularly. Also, ensure the sending address is on the allow list of your email client. I'll cover the best way to set up email sending from your WordPress site in a later lesson. For now, we just need to make sure this is the address we want WordPress to contact. Leave the membership box unchecked. We do not want our core website to be a membership site. That's best done with a separate dedicated WordPress install or third-party service. We keep user security tight on our author website by making the default role for new users subscriber only. The Site Language option lets us select the language for the dashboard and for some of the theme text shown to visitors. Changing this setting will not translate your content from one language to another. It is possible to host multilingual websites on WordPress, but that's outside the scope of this course. As Dirk Volcano has a large international English-speaking audience, we will leave this as English United States. Set the website time zone to the nearest city location to you. Doing this saves you a lot of headaches trying to figure out what time you were sent notifications or contact messages from the website. This is already set to Chicago, the nearest city to fictional Dirk's fictional Illinois farm home. The date format is the display date format for your site. Set the date format to match your preference. As Dirk is an American author, I'll set it to month, day, year. Time format manages how you display times on your site. Dirk, like me, prefers the 24-hour clock format of hours and minutes, separated by a colon. You can read more about custom date and time formats at wordpress.org. Select your preferred start date for WordPress calendars from the drop-down box. Monday is the default setting for this drop-down, meaning a monthly calendar will show Monday in the first column. If you want your calendar to show a different day as the first column, then select that day from the drop-down box. I'm happy with these changes to general settings, so I'll click Save. This is already a long lesson, so I'll finish here and pick up the rest of the settings in the next video.